final moment. And Kawhi Leonard with a bucket to give the Clippers a Halloween victory. 126-124. Nico Batum will go put the headset on. Nico, you got us?
Yes.
Happy Halloween, first
Happy
of all.
Halloween, guys.
You guys
Okay.
finally able to get it done down the stretch, able to hold Zion Williamson and get the victory. What does it mean to be able to fight in this game and come away with a win?
Sometimes it's gonna be ugly. We keep trying to get to know each other. We try to some new guy getting the team, and it won't be easy at the beginning. It's gonna be ugly sometimes, but win is a win. We kept fighting. The audience played a great game, so got to give me credit as well. So that's a big game.
How does the veteran experience of the team help in a game like this?
I mean, you gotta stay calm. We're gonna make mistakes. Some stuff's gonna happen. But you gotta stay calm. And like for example with Kawhi, he had a huge turnover that could cost us the game, but he kept his composure and because he's a great player, as a vet, and he make a big shot to win us the game. So that shows like we're a great team as well.
When you win in a dramatic fashion like this, can that help jumpstart momentum for a team that's trying to find a rhythm?
I hope so. I hope so. The next two games we have, we're gonna play against the champion, and Miami is doing great so far. So we're gonna need that. We need to keep going at home, keep protecting home court, and after good win.
All right, thank you so much, Nico. Enjoy this one with your teammates. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Clippers take down the Pelicans 126-124, and Halloween ends in smiles as the Clippers defeat New Orleans and improve to 3-2. Well, for Joey Kimball, our statistician, Big Brother Jake Warner, our engineer, Carlo Jimenez, we'll see you in a moment here from Intuit Dome. Adam Olson has you the rest of the way back in Burbank with Daniel West. Clippers take down New Orleans on a game winner from Kawhi, 126-124.
On the LA Clippers Audio Network. Now, your pre- and post-game host, Adam Austin.
Well, on Halloween, call him Freddy Krueger. The Claw, Kawhi Leonard rips the game away from the Pelicans with a game-winning bucket over 2. Clippers 126, New Orleans 124. Welcome into your post-game show. I'm Adam Osland. Coming up, we got your post-game highlights. You're going to hear that game-winning call from Carlo Jimenez in just moments, but let's get back to your radio voice of the Clippers. Carlo, Kawhi came through, and the Clippers escape what could have absolutely been a horror movie of a loss.
Yeah, that movie went one of two ways, Adam. And in Pick Your Own Adventure, Kawhi Leonard said, "I want to go home happy tonight," and knocked down shot after shot at the end of the game, Adam. I think he finished with 14 points in that fourth quarter. Finished the night with 34. His season high last season, 33. So there you go. He already beat last season's season high, and we're in game 5. Clippers improved to 3-and-run. Big Emirates NBA Cup win. And for Kawhi Leonard, Adam, just utter domination of a complete game. I mean, the guy had 6 steals and 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 made free throws, 5 right from 3, 34 points. I don't know if you can play a better game.
Well, and I think he said post-game, and I don't know, but we'll hear the audio. I know Jamie Maggio had the interview, that he probably wanted to make up for that turnover, which led the Pelicans to tie the ball game, and he did, completely and totally redeeming himself. That's what the Claw does. But it wasn't just the fourth quarter. The third quarter, he was spectacular as well with 3 3-pointers and one. He had 12 points there, but the way he came through down the stretch, knocking down a big 3, and the game winner after it looked like he was going to be the different type of GOAT with that loose ball mistake with 19.9 seconds left. Just a fabulous way to close out this game. And the Clippers needed this one because the Pelicans, look, we knew coming in, they were going to give the Clippers their best shot, not just because they've had some type of edge or some voodoo going on whenever they play the Clippers and it's Halloween, but also because they were due, and they're better than an 0-5 team, but that's where they're at now. But they played hard, they shot the ball extremely well, and the Clippers survived here.
The Clippers survived. That is the story of this one, Adam. Up 17. Pelicans came back and tied it. Clippers didn't give up the lead. Then they were able to hang on late after a loose ball turnover that we definitely didn't jinx. And it's just somehow the Clippers come away with a victory. Impressive stuff from this team, 126-124. Nico Batum, I thought, said it best. It's an ugly win, but we got the win, and that's what matters. And if you're going to grow and learn, you want to do it while stacking days, stacking wins, and the Clippers were able to stack wins today. They dominated the painted area 56-44. I thought this was some of the best defense, besides maybe the end of that fourth quarter, that they played all season. The Clippers were dominant on that end, especially to start the third quarter. They held New Orleans to 4 field goals in the first 8 minutes of that third quarter, and they got to win. And hopefully this can spark the team to continue to be confident and lead them to more and more victories down the road. Double-double from Big Zoo, double-double from James Harden. Huge game off the bench from John Collins. I mean, in 19 minutes, he scored 14 points and had some impressive plays. Derrick Jones Jr. was a human highlight reel today. I mean, time after time, flying through the air, knocking down a big 3 late in that game. It was an impressive win for the Clippers because, Adam, it didn't feel like a game that was going to come down to a game winner. It didn't feel like a game where we were going to have one play to win it all. But it ended up being that game, and I think that veteran experience the Clippers had allowed them to stay calm, stay in the moment, and come away with a big victory.
Look, the Clippers led this game by 17 late in the third quarter. We thought maybe they could run away with it, but because of the hot shooting from the New Orleans Pelicans, where, guys, I know it's the Pelicans, I know they're 0-5, and you wanted to see the Clippers just step on their throats tonight. They went 18 of 37 from the outside. That's 49%. Jordan Poole, I mean, he was the long-lost Splash Brother for a while. He did win a championship with Golden State, went 7 of 13 from the outside, and hit some absolutely ridiculous shots in this ball game. You have to give the opposition some credit, but the Clippers were able to overcome that and hold on late thanks to the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Krueger going on. Just an amazing performance. What a shot over a double team, too. That is tough. That is 96 Jordan-esque, as I like to call him, when you have moments like that, especially while wearing the new Clippers red jersey. Clippers win 126-124. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. If there was ever a win's a win moment, this was it. You'll take them however you can get them against the New Orleans Pelicans, because this would have been a miserable and cruel loss for this Clippers team on Halloween had it gone that way. Kawhi wouldn't let it happen. Game winner from the Claw. Clippers win. Final score 126-124. Next game coming up. It's the front end of a back-to-back, their first back-to-back of the season. Luckily, both games at Intuit Dome, starting with the Miami Heat on Monday, Thunder on Tuesday. Carlo, talk to you on Monday night from the Dome, my friend. Great call as always, and the game winner by you.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. I cannot wait to see you on Monday. Let's go.
Coming up next, final box score, Kawhi Leonard, long two-pointer, the mid-range master, puts the Clippers over the top as they take down the Pelicans and avoid overtime, 126-124. What's your final? I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Wet ball! Kawhi Leonard with a game winner at Intuit Dome. Clippers win 126-124 over the New Orleans Pelicans. Phew, all's well that ends well, right? Kawhi had 34 points on 11 of 16 shooting, 5 of 8 from the outside, and saved the Clippers late in this ball game. In fact, I want you guys to hear it a few more times. Carlo Jimenez on the call late. Game tied at 124. Let's get it to the Claw and get out of here with a dub.
Derrick Jones Jr. has the inbound. 7 seconds. Straight away with 5. Top of the key with 4. Finds Kawhi left wing with 2. Pump fakes the long 2 for the win. Puts it in! And Halloween ends with a treat from the Claw. 126-124. The Clippers take down New Orleans. .34 for Kawhi Leonard, and the shot to win it at the buzzer. What a night on a Halloween at Intuit Dome.
You know, I don't know if the kids still say this, but I feel like they might have 5 to 10 years ago. The Clippers almost tricked it off in this game, and instead they end things with a treat, as Carlo Jimenez put it there. A Kawhi Leonard game winner. Clippers win 126-124 at home over the Pelicans. Quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get your post-game box score. We'll take your phone calls on the Patriot AM 1150. If you want to get on early, 877-520-1150, 877-520-1150. Obviously, you know me. I don't subscribe to a win is a win, a loss is a loss. It matters how you played. But it was an exciting way to win. And considering how hot the Pelicans were, you will take it. But there's a lot to talk about and a lot for the Clippers to work on. But as Carlo Jimenez mentioned, you rather work on these things after victories. Clippers win thanks to Kawhi. Number 2 has them winning by 2, 126-124 over the Pelicans. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. Kawhi Leonard, as my guy Dime Dropper would say. Kawhi drops in a long 2-pointer for the win. Clippers 126, Pelicans 124 into a dome on Halloween night. Clippers survive the horror movie. Thanks to their hero, Kawhi Leonard had 34 on just 16 shots and 6 steals, one off of his career high. Incredible. The Clippers had 12 as a team. He had half of them. Really the difference in the ball game, because the Clippers ended up getting up 6 more shots than the Pelicans, who went 18 of 37 from distance. That's 49%. So their 15 turnovers led to 23 points for the Clippers. They needed all 23 of those. And Kawhi was looking like a former player who wore number 23 in the red out there tonight, knocking down that game winner. Clippers win by 2, thanks to number 2, the Claw. Clippers' next ball game coming up on Monday. Back it into a dome, taking on the Miami Heat. Tip off at 7:30. Pregame show back here at 6:30. Outside of Los Angeles, we are leaving you until then. In LA, do not go anywhere. We got Clippers talk next.
Derrick Jones Jr. has the inbound. 7 seconds. Straight away with 5. Top of the key with 4. Finds Kawhi left wing with 2. Pump fakes the long 2 for the win. Puts it in! And Halloween ends with a treat from the Claw. 126-124. The Clippers take down New Orleans.
Sweeter than candy. That shot from Kawhi Leonard, a long two-pointer, gives the Clippers the win, 126-124. They take down the Pelicans. They survive the horror movie. At least it would have been that had they lost. Welcome into Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland, 877-520-1150. 877-520-1150. Happy Halloween. If you want to get on and not just blow up the chat and spam and say a bunch of stuff that's easily refutable by me if you actually get on the line, you can do that. We're on the Patriot AM 1150 because the Dodgers, winners earlier tonight to force a Game 7, are on AM 570 LA Sports. But moving forward, after the series is over tomorrow, the Clippers will be on AM 570 LA Sports. Kawhi Leonard saved the Clippers. There's no doubt about it. That fourth quarter, I was on the edge of my seat. The Clippers, after being up by as many as 17 late in the third quarter, were in a tie ball game with 10 seconds remaining. I want to see what the score was when they led by 17. It was 90-73 with 3:19 left in the third quarter. So 15 minutes later, it's a tie ball game. And I got to tip my cap. I know a lot of you are just going to see the record and say the Pelicans shouldn't be able to do this to us. They're a bad ball club. I'm sorry, but I watched those three-pointers and some of the shots they hit tonight. They were ridiculous. I could not believe Trey Murphy and Herb Jones come out and both hit 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. And I went, oh no, here we go. That's how it can be a long night for you. If they're on their game from distance. They hit 12 3-pointers, I should say, in the first half. They average making 9 of them. Some of you may just say, well, that's bad defense. Did you watch some of those threes? I could not believe some of the shots that were made. Trey Murphy, I think it was, hit one on Kawhi. He's all over him. It's just like unconscious stuff. Herb Jones had 6 total threes through the first 4 games. Early in the second quarter, he already has 3 3-pointers, 10 minutes in. It's just how it goes with the Clippers against this team. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But the guy who really started to cook was Jordan Poole, and he could do that. I said it in our game preview on Clips and Dip. That's somebody you got to watch for because he just goes unconscious. And he didn't have any points in the first quarter. Ends up with 14 in the second. Ended with 30 on 7 of 13 from 3. Just some of the shots he's hitting. You can get caught up in it and think it's bad defense. It is tough to stop when guys are rolling like that on 3-pointers. And then you got Zion Williamson late in the game, who's just a bull in a china shop, putting his head down, diving head first towards the rim for fouls or layups or both for and ones. Tough to stop that. The Clippers didn't get off to a good start, though, in the fourth quarter after leading by 10. It was 94-84. Harden, Batum, Dunn, Lopez, and Collins are out there. Clippers couldn't get any offense to go. And the Pelicans extended a run from the end of the third into the start of the fourth. That was a 22-6 run. It was a 2-point game at 96-94, just like that, after the Clippers led by 10 entering the fourth. John Collins hit a huge 3-pointer, I thought, to put them back up by 6. But the Clippers were in a close ball game. Even after Harden put them up by 9 with a 3-pointer, 105-96, Jeremiah Fears and 1. They couldn't get any distance from them. They couldn't. A couple of bad turnovers. Batum looking for Zubats. Jordan Poole hits a 3, 105-102. Harden got a layup on Fears. A really bad transition play by James Harden off a zoom miss on Misi, where Jeremiah Fears goes like coast to coast in 2 seconds, and the Clippers don't stop the ball, and the game's tied at 107. Danger zone. DJ, who's looked really good so far this season, with the starters, hit a three-pointer, 110 to 107 Clippers. That was a really big shot. But then another bad pass from James Harden looking for Ivica Zubac this time. Kawhi comes back into the ball game, though, after having a 12-point third quarter, where I want to say he's up to 20 points entering the fourth, and hits a big three ball. Clippers get up by 6, 113 to 107. But stopping Zion is just a challenge like no other. And for all you guys saying, oh, you got John Collins, it's like John Collins got cooked at times by Zion in this game. Kawhi was better against him. The solution for Zion, they had Zubac on him, where basically he plays off of him, waits for Zion. He begs Zion Williamson to take a jump shot. You want it, it's there. Well, Zion goes full speed at him, just drives at him, wild layups. They called a couple of tough fouls on Ivica Zubac. Zion hits both. It's a 4-point game late. Kawhi misses a floater, and Jordan Poole makes it 113 to 111. It's a 2-point game, as he blew by Kawhi for an easy layup, Jordan Poole there. Then Kawhi spinning fadeaway on the other end. It just felt like he was going to match whatever they did. Any mistake made, he was going to make up for it. He did. 115, 111 late. Clippers get the stop as Zion goes at Zubac, misses this time. Fears fouls Kawhi. It's 117 to 111. Can they get some distance? Poole then has a really nice pass on a pick and roll to Zion for an easy layup. 117, 113. Clippers only up by 4. Kawhi draws a foul. Hits both. 119 to 113. Kawhi had 14 points, including the game winner in the fourth. Zion floater. Hits the front of the rim, hits the back, falls through. 4-point game. Kawhi three-pointer off a Zoo screen with 2 defenders there on the right wing. Tough shot. Incredible shot. They're up by 7. Late. Is that going to be enough? Nope. Zion misses, but the ball goes out of bounds, and the Clippers played some really bad defense. Like, some of these shots were just, there's nothing you can do about. There's something you can do about Herb Jones getting that easy one on the inbounds play where the Clippers just fell asleep. 122, 117. They're not going anywhere. DJ gets a huge dunk off a Zoo lob in the short roll. 124 to 117. Zion then takes Zoo off the dribble and one layup. 124 to 120. Harden misses a 3 late in the shot clock. Clippers trying to run out the clock. Wasn't great offense. Poole misses a 3, but a foul on the Clippers. And Sadiq Bey hits both free throws. It's a 2-point game. And then with 19.9 seconds left, Jeremiah Fears bats it off of Kawhi on the inbounds play. Goes off the Clippers. New Orleans ball. Zion fouled. It wasn't intentional, but I was almost thinking with how hot they are from 3, you're up by 2. Do you intentionally foul to not let them get off a 3 to win the game? Okay, you can't do that. But Zion hit both free throws. Game was tied. And then, let's play it one more time, Daniel. Without a timeout, just give it to the Claw. Call him Freddy Krueger, the Claw tonight. Kawhi Leonard.
Derrick Jones Jr. has the inbound. 7 seconds. Straight away with 5. Top of the key with 4. Finds Kawhi left wing with 2. Pump fakes the long 2 for the win. Puts it in! And Halloween ends with a treat from the Claw. 126-124. The Clippers take down New Orleans.
Kawhi comes through. Clippers win. Take a quick time out here on Clippers Talk. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls. 877-520-1150. The Clippers are 3-2. Thanks to Kawhi getting 34 on 16 shots as he was 5 of 8 from 3. And 6 steals, by the way. Second most he's ever had in his career. I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to Clippers Talk here on the Patriot AM 1150. It was the first Halloween buzzer beater in the NBA since 2008. That was by Rudy Gay with Memphis. It was Kawhi's third game-winning buzzer beater, obviously, against the 76ers in a certain Game 7 back in 2019 for Toronto. Last March against the Kings, and tonight for the Clippers against the Pelicans. The Claw gets them the victory with a long two-pointer, 126 to 124, saves the day, has 34, 11 of 16 shooting. And let's hear from the man of the hour, Kawhi Leonard postgame with Jamie Maggio on FanDuel TV.
Thanks a lot. A lot of congratulations here for Kawhi. That was a fun one. Tell me what you saw in that last play.
I was just trying to get open. DJ got the ball, so I just tracked him the whole time. Was trying to get it off and just went to my spot and pump fake and shot it right over.
And it went in. Great to see it. Talk about down the stretch, Kawhi. What was the difference for you guys, and how were you able to finally create the separation, obviously, with that bucket, the game-winning bucket?
We was up 10 in that fourth quarter, so, that's one of the things we got to get better at is holding that lead. And, a mistake on my part over here, getting a turnover, but gladly I stayed focused and I made a shot.
Both you and James were cooking tonight, but really I feel like everybody pitched in on this one. But this was a game of runs on both sides of the ball. When you guys are going through that this early in the season, what are you learning about each other in those moments?
We get stagnant at times, so we just want to get faster and have more ball movement. And that's what we're learning right now in the first 5 games and getting back in transition.
You thinking about the fact that this was a cup game, this one counted towards the in-season tournament?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Do you think about that this is an NBA Cup game, this one counts for the in-season tournament?
This is amazing for the fans, able to come out and see a different court or just a different style of, bracket play. And, the fans love it, so we got to come out here and play our hardest.
Great win, Kawhi. Thank you.
Kawhi Leonard postgame with Jamie Maggio after the game winner over the Pelicans. Clippers win 126 to 124. Quick timeout. We'll get to your phone calls next here on Clippers Talk. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Patriot AM 1150. All right, some of y'all are so casual with it right now. I gotta talk off air. Somebody in here, Damien's like, if you're gonna try different concoctions, you might as well try Cam Christie. Because Bradley Beal looks so bad right now. Is it Bradley Beal doesn't have 10 years worth of service in the league where he's averaged over 30 points per game in 2 seasons? You want to start Cam over him because of 3 games Bradley Beal has played this year, who was good and efficient for the Phoenix Suns the last 2 years? That's exactly what the Clippers need. Maybe give him a little bit of time. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit of time and not start Cam Christie, who hasn't squashed a grape yet in the league, because you want to overreact to this degree already. Y'all are unserious. If you don't understand a locker room dynamic, let me explain it to you. It's like this. If you start making changes to the starting lineup this quickly, you can lose the locker room because players are going to say, I didn't get a fair shake to show what I can do out there. The coaching staff has to actually account for these things. It's not NBA 2K, all right? They actually have to worry about guys' egos. You can't just say, hey, John Collins should be starting right now. Forget everything else. Forget the intangibles. Forget the locker room. We're just going to start benching guys who have played 3 games so far, and Bradley Beal, who may or may not have been promised a starting job, and that's why he chose the Clippers, or one of the big reasons. You can't do that. That's not how it works. Learn ball. Y'all are unserious. Not y'all, some of y'all. Clippers win by 2 thanks to number 2, Kawhi Leonard, 126 to 124 on Halloween over the Pelicans, who dropped to 0-5. Clippers improved to 3-2. Kawhi with the game winner. Wet ball got it to go late. a buzzer beater from the claw. I'm Adam Osland. This is Clippers Talk. Let's go to Clipper Chris in Los Angeles. Clipper Chris, give me about 30 seconds here. We got to hurry along. Chris, what's up?
Okay. Adam, I have my son with me. It was his first game at Intuit Dome, and it's like, the game shouldn't have been as close as it was. I can't believe Zion Williamson was 11 of 13 from the free throw line, and those two stats I always track are fouls at free throws, and we just committed too many fouls in the second half.
I agree with that, Chris. Great phone call, especially in that third quarter. It was insidious, you could say. It was something rising up from beneath the surface that was happening that was getting the Pelicans back into the game. They went 10 of 12 from the charity stripe in the third quarter. That's what was keeping them around. Scared me. We'll take another quick timeout as the Clippers had no fear late. That would be Kawhi Leonard, even with Jeremiah fears defending him. Kawhi hits the game winner. What a shot. What a victory. I know, Clipper Nation, you want to blow up because it's the Pelicans. The Clippers were 4-12 their last 16 games against this team. They have had the Clippers number. They obviously had a lot of confidence shooting-wise against the Clippers again. And for all you complaining about Bradley Beal, it's his third game. He has a body of work in this league where he's been an all-star and a guy who's averaged 30 points per game. And you want to judge him off 3 games where he's still on a minutes restriction? I'm going to remember and keep the receipts. I'm Adam Osland. You're listening to Clippers Talk here on the Patriot AM 1150. Y'all got to be more serious. Some of you. Damian, the I guess guy. You don't give up on Bradley Beal because of 3 games. My God. I can't wait till he starts to fill it up. Because it's going to happen. And I'm going to be on your guys' ass who are saying start Cam Christie over him. Damian, I ain't going to forget. I guess I ain't going to forget. Beal actually got hurt playing defense his second game against Phoenix. There's actual tape of him playing defense. He was one of the big reasons that the Phoenix Suns started off last year playing great defense. He can play defense. Look, I'm all for at some point, if it's not working, John Collins. I would have been fine with John Collins starting tonight given Zion Williamson was out there. But I watched John Collins tonight against Zion Williamson. His defense was not great. Just because you're big and athletic doesn't mean you're a great defender or have great instincts. John Collins has never been known as an elite defender. Kawhi was better on Zion early on. If you notice, Zion had like 4 points in the first quarter. And if he can score on Zoo, he can score on anyone. He is one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Do we have one more timeout?
No, this is the last one.
All right. You want to let's get out quick here.
Yep.
You take the win over the Pelicans and you move on. You got 2 days off, and then you play a back-to-back against the Heat and then the Thunder at home. Clipper Nation, it wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. They didn't play their best game. The Pelicans also went nuclear from the outside because that's just what they do against the Clippers. Trey Murphy has been shooting 46% from 3 against them his last 12 games. He comes into this one. He lights them up again. He was 5 of 10 from the outside. Herb Jones goes 3 of 4. Jeremiah Fears hits a couple, and Jordan Poole was 7 of 13 from 3. And the Clippers still won that game. Even with Zion doing damage in the fourth quarter with dribble drives to the basket against your best big man defender in Ivica Zubac, him hitting his free throws. It took a Kawhi Leonard game winner. You will take it. The Pelicans have been a problem for a very long time. Okay? Clippers now 9-1 on Halloween, by the way. But the devil magic, they finally ran out of some of it. Finally. Because they shot the lights out. And the Clippers still pulled off the win thanks to Kawhi Leonard. Lights out. Decent horror movie. Happy Halloween. Have some candy on Kawhi and celebrate. Yes, there are things to work on, even in victories. I always say that. And they got a lot to work on. But we can also celebrate the fact that Kawhi, who some people have been saying is washed, did that tonight. Clippers win thanks to number 2, 126-124 over the Pelicans. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Carlo Jimenez on the call, Noah Eagle, Big Brother Jake Warner, our head engineer, Joey Kimball, our statistician, Daniel West back here in Burbank. I'm Adam Oslin. Listen to Carlo with the game-winning call on the way out, and we'll talk to you on Monday as the Clippers take on the Heat.